Is there a best time to add salt to the dough? I'm answering your comments. First of all, what is the function of salt in dough? What does it do when we add it? One of the main functions of salt is to help stiffen the gluten. In fact, salt is a true gluten improver. The higher the concentration of salt, the greater the elasticity and therefore the strength that the gluten develops and retains in the dough. Let's immediately debunk the myth that salt must be kept away from yeast. In fact, you can easily knead by adding both salt and yeast at the same time because baker's yeast is still able to ferment just fine. Let's say that there aren't huge differences when it comes to adding salt, meaning that the success of a dough doesn't necessarily depend on when you add the salt, but rather on the overall management of the process. However, we can say that if, for example, we add the salt from the very beginning, it will immediately cause the gluten to stiffen more, and this could in some cases result in a delay, or at least a decrease in fermentation activity, meaning less rising, and a greater increase in the dough's temperature because a stiffer structure is created right away, which will cause more friction if you're kneading with a mixer. But these are really just details. Whereas if we add it towards the end, we soften this effect a bit. So let's say there are various kneading techniques, and whether you add the salt at the beginning or at the end should be connected to how you knead and how you manage that specific dough. So there isn't really a single best moment to add it. When do you add the salt? Follow me to learn more.